Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Joshua's Kitchen Science. Today we will be making profiteroles. I am a big fan of profiteroles and I haven't met anyone who doesn't like them, so should be good for everyone. So here I have got some flour, 3 eggs, a knob of butter, 100 ml of milk, some sugar, some whipped cream, and vanilla essence. So, what are profiteroles? Well, profiteroles they're a kind of French pastry. Well, they're made with choux pastry, spelled CHOUX. The thing about profiteroles is they need to be light and airy. So what we do to achieve that is we have this butter in this pan and we put in the milk first to create a liquid, and we're putting actually quite a bit of liquid, as you can see. What the liquid will do when we cook the profiteroles is it'll start to heat up, and when the liquid starts to heat up, it starts to boil. It's at the boiling point, and so it will turn from a liquid into a gas, and that just puffs up the profiterole, so you have a nice puffy profiterole that's hollow, so you can put cream in it. So yeah. And also, we're going to put in the liquids first, and then we're going to quickly put in the flour, and we're going to add in the eggs at the end. But before we add in the eggs, we're going to take it off the hob because, well, you see, if the pan is too hot, the protein in the eggs will start to solidify. And when the protein in the egg starts to solidify, what you get is scrambled egg, which we do not want at all. So, let's get cooking. So first I'm going to put in the milk. And then I'm going to put in some sugar. So we're going to put in about 5 grams, which is about a heaped teaspoon. And we're going to take this to the hob and get it heated up. So we've just brought the milk and butter to a boil. And I forgot to say earlier, but there's a little bit of salt in that sugar. Just a pinch, so not much. And anyway, so that's part of the recipe. And so now that it's at a boil, we're going to add in the flour all in one go. And we're going to start mixing it vigorously so that and eventually what will happen is it's going to come away from the sides of the pan. We are stirring it vigorously, and the dough has just come away from the sides of the pan, which is exactly the effect we want. We've got our dough. So, next stage. So we're going to take it off the hob and put in our eggs, and we're going to put spoonfuls of that onto the baking tray, ready to bake. We've just got it off the heat now, and now we're going to add the eggs one by one. We're going to stir it each time, but before we add another egg, the egg that we have just added needs to be fully incorporated into the mixture. Just adding in the next egg now. We fully incorporated all 3 eggs into the mixture, and now we're just going to take spoonfuls of these and put them on the baking tray, and which is already lined with grease-proof paper, and they're going to be adequately spaced, so say about 2 inches from each other, because they're going to expand and we don't want them to stick together. And also, we have preheated our oven to 200 degrees Celsius normal oven, but because we have a fan oven, we're only preheating it to 180 degrees Celsius. You're going to bake them at 180 degrees Celsius fan or 200 degrees Celsius normal for 15 minutes. After that, you actually don't take them out. You reduce the temperature. If you're using fan, you reduce it to 150 degrees Celsius. If you're using normal, reduce it to 170 degrees Celsius, and then cook it for 10 minutes. And we reduce the temperature so it doesn't burn, which is very important because no one likes burnt profiteroles. And then we're going to take them out and let them cool. We're going to put this filling after it's been whipped. I've just finished pouring the cream into this mixing bowl. I've put in roughly 15 grams of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla essence, which will make it taste even better. We're just going to whip it, but it's important that we don't over whip it, because if we over whip it a little bit, it'll start to have sort of a rough texture, and if we over whip it a lot, it's going to start turning into butter. So be very careful not to over whip it, okay? So yeah, when the profiteroles come out and have cooled, we're going to put in the filling. It's very important that you don't put in the filling while it's hot. We've also got some chocolate here, rather. We're going to melt it and we're going to drench them in chocolate. So, I've just come to have a little peek at these profiteroles, and well, what I have to say is, look at those babies! They've grown so much because of that liquid content. We're just ready to assemble now. So this is the whipped cream with vanilla essence and sugar in. These are the choux pastry casings, and this is our melted chocolate, which is basically just chocolate broken into cubes and put in the microwave.